At me, bro. At you, bro.
So we're here now at Wolverhampton. They're setting up the courts for about an hour early. It's starting to feel very real now. So yeah, here we go.
Getting started now. And I'm feeling really tense. We scored our first point though, so hey, that's good. After a series of lost points. Yeah. I'm gonna stay observant and try and do my best no matter what. There's the game. 3-0. Alright, so that was the first game. I played for the second 2 sets. Well, we lost 2 sets, and then we played the third one, just, I guess, because why not? I was just gaining points. It was so stressful at first, because I was like trying to memorize the positions and everything. But I think I calmed down into it when I started to get going. That was good in the end. So yeah, and now we're just messing around until we have to fuck off, or chilling out for our next game. So yeah, that was good. Okay, so second game's done. It went probably worse than the first one, to be honest. Rotations just got fucked. And I got put in as middle, and the rotations were still fucked. Which is great. But going into the third set, I need to be more confident at blocking, or just putting my arms out there to try and slam it down. Getting them over the net. And obviously, like, I need to also be just up there in case quick attack, because Archie loves his quick attacks. So I just need to make sure to always be ready to go up for it. Yeah, and just always be like pushing my arms out for the block. I'll try and get some footage of me actually playing, but we'll see.
3 went alright. I think that was probably our best game so far. But we still lost, unfortunate. That one was kind of it for me. I was just tuck it out. So, yeah. Game 4 happening, because I guess time. Lucky. It's going well so far. One set.
Sunday is fucking finally done. Oh, it's felt like such a long day. I found it really hard to get to sleep because I was very nervous about the tournament. Um, and so I felt like I've been up for a long time. And the games were really fun. Games were really fun. The last game we did end up losing. We did really well, all things considered. Um, and then the extra game that came in, the fourth one, we won that, but wasn't maybe the most impressive win. But I think everyone had fun for the most part, and it's definitely been a big motivator, I think, for everyone to try and improve skills. Just because I don't think we were that prepared going into this. Like we had so many problems with our rotation, and just like there was so many like nerves that I think had to be like shrugged off during the first two games. That like by the third one we were warmed up, but like you know only at that point. Um, it would have been better if we were like training at like the beginning of this month. I really don't know why it just wasn't thought about. But yeah, no, it's been a big motivator, especially for me too. Like, I was originally on outside, but it was strange because a friend who also plays was put on middle blocker when they're way better positioned in outside. And like we had a lot of outsides, obviously. Um, but like my height makes me better for middle, obviously. Makes me better for blocking. And I was just doing better in that position when I switched onto it during the second game and third game. I was just like a lot more comfortable. Like when I eased into it, like the second game was like weird because I had to kind of relearn rotation a bit, and figure out what I'm doing again. But the third game, I felt pretty comfortable in that position. It was just like, very intense because it's a lot of jumping. It's like, oh, finally knowing what like Hinata has to go through when he's in that position. But yeah, so it's been a big motivator, and I really want to improve my skills with volleyball. Um, Other than that, and like the clips, not very much else to talk about today. I mean, I've just like been chilling out since I got back because I am very tired. I'm exhausted. But yeah, no, that was good. And for the rest of the week going forward, it's gonna be just uni work, really. Just trying to get as much done as I can because I need to try and keep up with everything and be in a good position by the end of this week so that week 8 doesn't feel so intense. Um, and then week 8 will be a lot of uni stuff. And then week 9 will be me going home at some point, I think. Yeah. But yeah, for this week, I'll be focusing mainly on uni work. Maybe working on some projects. And at some point in the week, maybe we'll have a more mental talk about some stuff. Sounds good. But yeah, that's gonna be it for Sunday. Monday. It's done now, obviously. Not a lot to talk about today because, well, because of yesterday, obviously. I was very tired and slept in a bunch until like 11. Um, I was like super zonked out in the morning. So yeah, didn't get off to my tutorial slash lecture. So oh well. Um, I just instead like took the time to kind of like get myself up, get some other things done, like washing and signing contract for this house for next year. Um, that was like small things. And I did do some work on my story, the Demon Arm story. why I mean, it's how I got into starting to write the story because it used to be this like very, generic like fantasy like idea in my head when I was very young and like liked the bad parts of anime to put it lightly. And then through my friend like preparing to do a campaign, like a D&D campaign, I started like creating. I mean, I used the main character from that story. Um, I was gonna play that character in the D&D campaign, because I thought it'd be cool, and that led me to make that character on Hero Forge, which led me to make a bunch of other characters on Hero Forge, that were like related to that character and the different pieces of that world. Which led to me thinking more about the world as a whole picture rather than as just like what it was before. And like through just designing like different kind of characters, it gave me greater glimpses into what the world and story truly could be, which is why I started to like really want to write it, and why I obviously started like writing it out, planning it. Um, and now like every now and again, I'll like just like feel this surge of like inspiration for the story, and I'll just like want to design a character from it on Aeroforge. So that's what I did. Uh, I'll probably save like going over them and story until another video journal installment because there's a lot to cover, and I want there to be more foundations on their character journeys before I just like go, here's this from Hero Forge and that's that from Hero Forge, this character or that character. Um, but yeah, I will do that in a future video journal, I think. Um, so yeah, I did that, and then Splatoon 20 started up again. So the I'm part of the team, the Staffordshire University team for the National Students Esports Splatoon, which has been really fun. I did that the entirety of last year, and I've continued to do it this year of uni. We won the winter one of this year, which was awesome. And we're keeping the energy strong for the spring tourney. For today, we won all like the games and the like sets for our first two. And then went, what was it, 3-1 in our third game. Mainly because I mean the university or the other team that we were fighting were playing in a very uninteresting and super annoying way. And because it's best of three on turf war, which is like a 3 minute like paint as much of the map as you can mode, which isn't that right great for competitive. Um, until the actual like competitive modes like capture the flag, which is power control, Rainmaker, which is kind of like capture the flag as well, but different. Spot zones, which is like King of the Hill. Like obviously those modes come after the best of three of Turf War. So like yeah, I don't like how they do that. I feel like Turf War just shouldn't be in these things. It's just not a competitive mode. Um, but yeah, I want to do some more practice in my own time because I need to get more into like staying consistent with playing Splatoon outside of just like society and tourney. Um, so I'm gonna try and like do more of that for the next one next Monday. But yeah, that is pretty much it for today. Really not a lot to talk about. Um, which is fine because I'm sure there'll be more things to talk about in the future. You know, days And once again, I also don't want to like overbloat the length of these video journal collections. So yeah, if this like also is late, because like what I would do now, like a friend gave me the idea of like if there's like not much to talk about in a day, like if it's been like a very meh day, to like just have like just do like a little shower thought kind of segment, just like random thoughts and opinions on things, I guess, which I think is a funny idea. And I would do that here if it wasn't late already, obviously. Like I prefer to try and get these done earlier, around like 9:30. But this one like ended up getting pushed back because of the tourney. So yeah, if you know we get a meh day and it's not like you know late late, then we'll do like little random thoughts opinions part, I guess. But for this one, I'm just gonna leave it here. So yeah, it's gonna be Monday.
Tuesday, been a meh day. um, One thing to take note of is I've improved my lighting now. Ooh. My sister, who is watching these videos now, mentioned that my lighting was shit, which it was. And so I guess I'm now improving that because why not? I mean, this like it's slightly better. It's not perfect, but hey, I'm working with what I got. So yeah. But today, Tuesday, it's been kind of just a slow day, to be honest. I had a slow morning again. Like I got up at like my reasonable time of like 7:30. Got myself all like done and readied up in the morning, and then I got off to my lecture. That was all fine. But after I came back, I was just feeling pretty like tired and chilly. My room just is cold most days. I'm guessing it's like size and the fact like the radiator just isn't doing anything unless the heating is boosted, which is just great. Um, but yeah, no, that made it hard to do work in the morning. And then, crazy enough, roof people apparently teleported out of nowhere, and we're going up and doing shit on the roof. Hopefully now that's fixed, and I don't have any more leaking. I mean, I think you can actually see the hole right here. I don't think it's like obviously that hole isn't fixed, but maybe the part in the other house's window, no, not window, chimney that connects to that spot right there on the ceiling. Hopefully that's fixed so I don't have any more leaks happening. And that would be really fucking nice. Because that would mean no chance of having disrupted sleep because of like dripping. I hope that also means less heat escaping through there. Maybe. Um, that's cool if that is the case. I don't know because I mean, all I knew is that they were there. I didn't see them like what they were actually doing, or I've heard like they've actually succeeded in fixing it or whatever. I'm going to assume that it's fixed, and I'm happy for that. Um, yeah, but then after lunch, I had my tutorial, which went pretty smoothly. I'm working on planning out my uh, like AI agents and how I want their decision making to work. Because we have a human and we have zombies. And the idea is that the human needs to like navigate around and maybe fight some zombies, maybe run away from them, go collect like health and ammo. Um, and so a lot of the lectures and tutorial have been like giving us ideas on what tools we can use to make them make those decisions. So right now, I'm trying to plan out how I want their decision making to work. Um, I've basically boiled it down to being like six different states of like ambush, moving to try and fight zombies, meander, just walking around, um,
I'd go to find a hiding spot and chill there. Resupply, go see ammo, and like other things as well. And I'm going to combine that with fuzzy logic, which is like a method for making more human-like decision making. And it is a bit of a weird thing to explain. Essentially, what it's doing is turning concrete like values, so like a measure of distance or like a count of enemies or amount of health, amount of ammo, um, and turning that into like the kind of fuzzy terminology that humans use. So like if I was to say that like that person's far away, that's not like an actual metric of how far away they are, but it is describing a kind of range of distances. Um, so like a value of like let's say 100 health out of 100 would describe it as obviously being like high health, but then a value of like 32 health could be described as being like medium or low health. Um, and like the point at which it would like be considered either of those, like how much it'd be considered either of those, is what fuzzy logic is doing. And then it's combining all those things together to get different values for like whether a decision is a okay thing, a risky thing, or like a dangerous thing. And then putting that all together into like what decision it actually ends up doing. A lot of stuff. It's like very involved. But it sounds very cool, and I really want to like because like this is what I find as well with like a lot of the AI stuff. I really enjoy just like learning how to make like the AI think or do stuff in a certain way. And like the more complicated approaches are just more interesting to me, which is like it's cool. It's good. It helps me get more marks if I can like actually achieve those parts. But yeah, no, that's been really interesting. So I've just been working out that plan for that, and like the map and enemies in that tutorial. So yeah, and I did some work on the other module, um, ECS stuff, which is whatever. That's other stuff. Yeah, that's literally pretty much it. Because obviously evenings I always try and just take a chill, just for myself. I played some games with a friend, which was very fun. Um, and yeah, not really much else to comment on the day, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna think of a random anecdote now to ramble about for like 5 minutes. Just so we have something more interesting to talk about. Um, thinking. I really think that like a lot of the things that universities say are bullshit. Like they'll go on and on about like you know spend this many hours at like in your own personal time working on things, and they'll be like, oh, emails going out about this opportunity that you can do, or like this society that you can join, or like these different things that are happening that you can go to or see, or like like talks and whatever. And like they'll just like throw all these things at you and then go, it's like, kind of expect that like you'll know which ones to do, what to prioritize, how to manage all that, without like considering any like factor of your own life. Like it's weird to say, but like I'm probably more active as a person than a lot of people, um, and yet like I don't feel that way because throughout the weeks at most I'm like getting all the like I'm doing going to all my lectures, going to all the tutorials, doing all the work, and then catching up on things that I don't complete. And like maybe if there's a thing I'm really interested in or like enjoying a lot, like I put a bit more extra time into to like further develop. But I don't put too much more effort in than just the lectures and tutorials. And yeah, at the same time, I'm also managing like Splatoon Society and volleyball. Um, and I tried to get a placement, which didn't really work out. And I'm currently not looking for one because it's just like a whole load of like other stresses to like constantly deal with every day and like act on. Um, and there's all these like other, so many other things. There's so many emails. It's like every like week there's like 10 different emails about random opportunities or things to go like look at or do or see. And I'm just like, there's like no way anyone would like keep up with all this. I just don't get it. I really don't. Because like even if like I'm a student ambassador at my uni, so like when there's certain events on, I can like volunteer myself to work them and get paid for it. Um and like that on top of everything I'm currently doing would just be too much. And yet like it feels like I'm expected to be able to still be putting in that much like level of effort. Not specifically with the student ambassador work, but like just in general. Which is just it really just makes me like it's just so confusing to me. To some degree, like I feel like if I was a lecturer or some adult, teaching someone, and they were like asking me about this or worried about these things, I'd honestly just like tell them you're not going to do everything, and in fact, you're not going to do most things. But what you really should be focusing on are the things you can do and are motivated towards doing, because those are the things you'll get the most progress from, get the most out of. And so, like, literally don't worry about all those other things. And, like, it's weird because I don't feel like any lecturer has that. Like, or maybe that's probably like unfair to say. I was gonna say that like I don't feel like any lecturer or academic has that opinion, but like I'm sure there probably are some that do, and it's just that like they never get the opportunity to say that because their whole job is to try and engage people, and if you're telling them you don't have to engage, you're going to get less engagement, most likely. Um, though I imagine like maybe there's some that I can think of that like if I asked them, I think they'd probably like agree with my sentiment. Um, yeah, uni is just it's so tiring. So many things, especially because like a lot of it also comes into the social aspect of like basically making new friends because you're in a whole new place surrounded by all these different new people. And either you like have people you go with that you know, or you don't know anyone, you have to make a bunch of new connections and stuff and figure out your place. It's just like so many things thrown at you all at the same time. I really don't like how almost like squished in, like stuffed it all feels like your university is. Because it didn't feel like that throughout the entirety of like secondary school. Obviously not primary school. Primary school is just like do whatever, pretty much. Though I will say that like I would have I would have been better off if my parents tried to promote my like independent study and work a bit more because as a talented kid, you just don't revise or do stuff outside of like homework. You're just like doing whatever, especially when you also get, surrounded by games and or toys, and you're just like doing all these other things that are more interesting. Which makes it a lot harder going into high school, no, secondary school. because you just don't have that like same like mentality that you need to like really do well in those exams. And it kind of just has like a ripple-on effect where like the longer you don't build those habits or like that state of mind, the harder it is to do like the different stages of like study. So like, secondary school becomes harder, then like A levels become harder. College is probably the same level of difficulty as like secondary, maybe a bit easier. I don't know. But then like university becomes even harder and stuff. It just like trickles on. So yeah, learn good revision habits essentially. It really does help, and essentially that's what I'm trying to do right now with my life. Is I'm really trying to like get into a routine of doing things at certain times and having certain mind states that I can like capitalize on to get stuff done and still have time for myself. That's why I try to keep my evenings free. Is like I want that time for myself to, maybe spend it with friends, maybe spend it with family, maybe just play some games, maybe do work on my own projects. But like keeping that time free means the rest of the day has to be productive. Otherwise, like it's bad then that I would be doing uni work at that time. So it kind of breaks that habit. And then I start doing uni work all the time at that time. And it's not as effective because I'm like groggy or like just not as motivated. And it becomes a mess. Which is why routines are really fucking good. They really are. But getting into them is harder the longer you don't have it, essentially. So yeah, that's anecdote for the day, I guess. Uni and revision and all that stuff. But yeah, tomorrow hopefully will be more productive since I'm gonna hopefully go get a good amount of sleep tonight. Um, and yeah, we'll see how tomorrow goes. And then Thursday is once again volleyball in the morning, which will be good. Friday will be uni work, volleyball. Saturday the old coach for the men's one team, like the main volleyball team, is coming back to train a second team. Us. That's cool. We'll see how that goes. I don't think it'll be too like it will feel basically like the Thursdays, but like more hands-on teaching than like just practice. So yeah, looking forward to that. I'm also like with how with the tournament that happened, I think it makes me feel a bit more comfortable with the volleyball group. I mean, even like the person that intimidates me there, like I'm more comfortable with them now. Not that like more comfortable, but like to the point that like I don't feel as intimidated. But like I'm not I'm not jumping at the fucking wall to try and build a friendship with them. Um, but yeah, they're really good at volleyball, and I respect them for that. I respect them for like trying to push everyone as well to be better in their own not always helpful way. um, but yeah, I guess that's the week looking ahead. And it's gonna be good. Hopefully. That's gonna be it for Tuesday. So on to Wednesday it is. Okay, Wednesday. Day's been just a kind of slow and meh day, pretty much. Once again, there's not much I could talk about. Like, it was fine. I had a little bit of a slow start, but then other than that, I actually got on with work. Then had a Teams meeting for the next semester's game collab, which is basically grouping a bunch of people from all different sectors together to make a game in 8 weeks. That was fine. That went well enough, I guess. Uh, I think the team we've got is good. I'm going to be leading the design, and other people are leading the other areas. So yeah, looking forward to that. Especially because I have some experience with leading. Um, I did a game jam last summer, and that was basically just managing things and being a leader. So, because people came to me to be on my team, and I was like hoping I'd end up on someone else's team. But yeah. um, yeah, so that happened. Then I went to Splatoon Society, which was chill, fun games. Um, yeah, and then just chill out for the rest of the day. Using games with friends. It's just been like a very standard, mediocre day. Nothing much to talk about. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I feel like I should be going to sleep. But yeah, no, I got volleyball tomorrow morning, so hopefully that'll go well. I mean, I have to get up to sleep like now because I need some amount of sleep. Otherwise, I'm going to be so exhausted tomorrow I won't be able to do anything. So I'm going to get off and obviously leave this one being a super short one. Which will just let Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays be longer if I want to I don't know, talk about some stuff, ramble about things. Um, but yeah, that's Wednesday basically. We're actually keeping it consistent this time for once. Yeah. Um, um, yeah. Thursday. We're gonna get every day this time. Every day in this video, we're doing it. Um, Thursday. Thursday's been a tiring day. Obviously, as the last video can indicate, I got a late night, and that doesn't help when you have volleyball in the morning at 7. Not helpful. So it was a bit hard to do work today because I was very tired from lack of sleep and then lots of intense volleyball at the beginning of the day. The volleyball went good. I feel I feel like I'm getting more comfortable playing middle blocker, um, and learning the timings of things. I'm also, surprisingly enough, starting to actually have a very consistent jump serve, just through teaching myself and practicing every now and again. That's really cool. I will I will keep updated on how good my jump serve is. Who knows? Maybe I'll actually have footage of it one day to put up here. Um, or actually, I should do because there was some recording during the training this morning, so maybe there'll be some footage, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if there is. Um, but yeah, then uni stuff, learning about behavior trees and more ECS garbage junk. Ah, I was so annoyed earlier, just thinking about the. So there's a part of the advanced mechanics design module that I'm on, which is the tank and ECS stuff. There's a part of that which is part of the assessment, which is to make a video, um, which is discussing your solution essentially, and talking about research and then differences between that and the solution you have, I guess. Um, and it's so weird because if we're gonna have something academic in this module or in uni, can it not just be the bog standard? Write a short essay or random ass forum posts or something. Because, it's so weird to try and merge that into a video. What I appreciate is that it probably takes less effort in total because, you just spend one day, I don't know, searching up some sources, talking in like a video for 10 minutes and then boom, get up there. Um, it's just a really weird like way to shoehorn in academic stuff. Like, I don't know. I would have preferred if it was literally just forum posts and then just like a video where you talk about it at the end. Um, 'Cause at the very least, like if there's research needing to be done, I can do it in small batches gradually and, not have to worry about also finding a bunch of sources and actually knowing what the fuck to say, basically. Um, yeah, I just really, yeah, I was so like confused and annoyed by that part. And it's something that I'm sure the lecturers will like clarify and, you know, tell us how to do when we actually get to like the next week, week 8, which is the week leading up to Handon. Um, so yeah, so also because of that, there's going to be a lot more drive for me to actually get uni work done, which might mean breaking my schedule and like doing uni work in the evening sometimes. Just I guess if the day has been productive or if I have the energy and motivation towards it. Because I mean, what I find with my uni work is that I have a lot of like cool ideas and visions of how I want to like realize a project. Um, but because of like hurdles that I experience during the module, so like I mean it could be like the volleyball tournament, you know, very tiring, which made it impossible for me to do work on Monday. I mean I missed my lecture and tutorial that day because I was just so tired and I like couldn't I literally couldn't get out of bed until like the lecture had already started. Um, so it's like it's things like that that just like make it so much harder to get to that vision that I have at the end. Um, but like I really want to do well with the AI module because I've been really enjoying that, and I think I've done some good stuff there. I just need to bring it all together now with the decision making, which I have a plan for. So like not too worried about that, but I really want to get working on it. Um, and this ECS and tank stuff, I guess I just want it out the way because it's just tiring and very waffly words. There's so much information, and there doesn't feel like there's much time to process. And like it's felt like this module and the like my last semester I had a C++ module. Like both of those modules have felt so waffle, waffle, waffle. Here's the code to write, besides this one bit, which you'll just have to figure out yourself if you've actually been able to take anything in from the waffle, waffle, waffle of all this just garbage information. It's not garbage information. It's just like a giant puddle of information. Like, it's like you're going up in a cafeteria to the food lady to get your food, and instead of it being like nice, neat in its like little different areas, it's just like slopped straight into the middle of your tray, and like it's just all over, and you're like, the fuck? Like you just can't comprehend it. It's just so much, all just meshed together in a way that just makes it really hard to actually digest. Like the tank stuff, I think has been like was fine, but this ECS stuff is just it's just been so much stuff that like it's always felt like you're like tutorial behind on like work. Man, and like I thought like because of the delays that I've had and like the things that come up that stop me from being able to like get on with work, that I would be like behind on things. Um, but like from like seeing what like some the friends I have on the module are like how they've gone, like I'm surprised that I'm actually like ahead of them. But like it makes sense because it's such a mess. It's such a mess of a module. And like, there's people in like third year that also just like go like that shit sucked. And they changed it from last year to make it easier. Just like the C++ one. They changed these modules to make them easier, and they're just not. Like, I don't know how they fucked it up so bad. Both times. Also, one last thing I will mention this installment is this little hole right here. It's not fixed. Or at least the leaking isn't fixed. I thought last time the roof people went up there and actually filled it in or whatever and fixed it. They didn't fix it. I guess they maybe just took a look, had a little look see, go, ooh, that's leaking. I don't know. Um, Fingers crossed, at the very least, they know what to do to fix it. And it will be fixed sometime this month. Because it would be really fucking annoying if, for 80% of the university year, I am just in a room with a leaky, ceiling. That's just awful. Super fucking annoying. Yeah. And it's gotten obviously, hole's just getting bigger slowly. It's leaking even now. There's this occasional just in the ceiling. Um, so it's not actually leaking out there, but it's leaking into that area above my ceiling. It's just great. Love, love, love it. Woo. Um, so yeah, there's an update on the ceiling situation. But I do need to get to sleep now because it's getting late, and I want to try and get some stuff done tomorrow because I really want to get working on the AI decision making. And maybe if I can, if I feel like I can make some good progress on that over this weekend, because there's also a essay part that I need to get working on. Um, Hopefully I make some good progress on that with these next few days, and then going into week 8, which is next week, I'll be able to just bang out the rest of the ECS and tank stuff that's required, and then just focus on making the AI feel as good as possible, and tidying up any small areas, and then that weekend will be essay stuff, and then the Monday and Tuesday leading up to the hand-in will just be doing little bits. Hopefully, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Oh, yeah, I am tired, but that's going to be it for Thursday. So see you on Friday. Yeah. So Friday done now. Um, gotta say a bit of a bad day, I guess. But I want to say it's just been mediocre. um, I chose to lie in this morning because I guess I was enjoying feeling less sleepy than I usually felt, and catching up on sleep because of all the different things of last week and the beginning of this week. Um, and then tutorial, not yeah, my AI tutorial. Started getting the stuff ready for all the different states I was going to make for my AI. And I was hoping to actually get working on those states and making progress on them, and get around to that. But that's okay because it's I got time still. Um, and this coming week, I'll be putting a lot more effort into uni work. So it's fine. It'll get done. I'm not that stressed about it. But I am annoyed that I wasn't able to do as much as I would have liked to do. And then volleyball was cancelled today because there were just some lectures apparently going on in there because for some reason it wasn't booked for volleyball when it should be booked. I don't know. That sucked. And I felt really bummed out afterwards, which made it hard to do any work on uni stuff. So that's annoying. And then I got around to doing some stuff after having food, but then called it quits and played some games, basically. Yeah, just I guess I don't know. I get this feeling now. Well, at least I've been having this feeling every now and again for like the past 3 months, where like there's this uneasiness within me, and it's not like anxiety about, you know, this thing or like nervousness about that thing, or I can't even say necessarily that it's a bad thing, um, but it's not helpful. Um, I get this feeling of just like uncertainty within me, and the best way I could describe it is like feeling like you're in the middle of your like past and future self, which maybe sounds silly. Because oh, you're always your present self, but like, as in, I was a certain, I had my mind and personality and stuff was a certain way, or like certain things were a certain way, and I've gone through lots of mental like progress over the last year, and now I'm in this weird place where it feels like I'm approaching a new version of myself, but also of my future. And that's scary, I guess is the simplest way to put it, which is why I have that like uneasiness um towards that. I guess just like the future in general. Um but like it's like it's comes and goes, and it's not like a painful feeling or like depressing feeling or anything. It's just a weird feeling that makes it hard to like focus on certain things because it's like my mind, I guess, is going somewhere else for some reason, I guess. I don't know. That's the best way I can describe it. I guess I was feeling that earlier. And my mind's been obviously then thinking about lots of just stuff in general that aren't like uni related. Um, I'm debating whether or not to talk about it. um, it is late, so I'm not gonna talk about some of the stuff in this video journal. It's a big topic to be fair, and it'll take a lot of like talking through certain things. Um, so I'll probably save this topic for like a future video journal installment or whatever. Um, I guess when I feel more comfortable talking about it. I mean, it's not like I don't feel comfortable talking about it, but I feel like now is not the right time to talk about it because it is a big subject and it's quite deep and emotional. And I'm going into uh, week 8 of this semester, which is a week leading up to hand in for assessments. So I've got to like properly focus down on uni work this coming week. Um, and so it might not be the best time to like start to talk and bring it up. But yeah, I will talk about it in a future installment. Um, but a lot of it has to do with my history with romance and my ex, and it's a big kind of stuff, and we'll get into it in a future video journal. Okay, don't worry. Oh, I know, like, oh, I really want to know. Ding. This guy has no riz. How could he have an ex? Um, but we will talk about it when the time is right. How about that? Yeah, talk about it when the time is right. But that's not this time. So I need to go get some sleep so I can get work done tomorrow. And also, tomorrow's morning volleyball. There's going to be the coach for the men's one team that's going to come back and train us up a bit, which is going to be cool. I'm excited to see how that goes. I guess it'll be nice to like listen to, I guess, someone who's more professional in it than like shouty, intimidating guy. um, but yeah, no, I'm excited for that. It's gonna be good. That's why I gotta get some fucking sleep. So yeah, we're gonna call it there. Don't worry, there's more good juicy mental stuff. I mean, just you gotta wait for it, okay? I've already given you some stuff this week, I think. I can't remember. Just wait, just wait. Saturday, yeah, Saturday. Ooh, okay. Today's been better. I've been more productive than I was yesterday. Um, and volleyball this morning went well, and I was happy with it. So I'm feeling good about those two things today. Um, yeah, I got my AI agent human guy to have like a vision sight thing and like a kind of like a area of like field of view. So you can like see zombies and decide what to do based on that and stuff. And I've got like the states like transitioning between each other fine working. I just need to actually make the state logic itself so they actually do something. And then I can expand upon that by using fuzzy logic, which is just converting like machine ones and zeros and very like concrete values into the fuzzy terminology that humans use. Or like that's really far away, or that's a lot of those things. It's not like an actual quantifiable value, but transfer between those two helps make AI agents feel more like real and human because that's what humans do. So yeah, we're looking good on that. Um, and I'm feeling more motivated going into this next week where I need to like lock in and just get uni work done. Um, I'm feeling a lot more motivated and ready to do it. Um, so yeah. Other than that, today, not too much to talk about, I don't think. As those two parts took up most of my day. Other than that, I've chilled out a bit, played some games, spent some time with housemates. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll do some mental because I can't hold off on the mental stuff because everyone loves the mental stuff. It's the most interesting thing to talk about, obviously. Um, so yeah. So I'm going to talk about something weird and that's like mental, but it's not like I guess a negative mental. I guess sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. I my mind is very strange, and it's very good at like understanding people or like thinking through personal struggles and stuff. Like for most of my life, I've been kind of like a therapy friend or like someone that like my friends can come to talk to about like more emotional stuff, and I'm good at like talking through things and figuring stuff out. I do have my bad days where I'm not good at that shit at all. I just like say something really stupid or like just miscommunicate what I actually mean, and it comes out in like a worse way or sounding worse than it actually is. But I've always been very good at that, which is a positive thing. And I like that about me. um, and it's also the part of me that's helped work through my own issues. Because here's a lesson for all the kids out there. Not that any kids will be watching this. If you are struggling with anything mental health wise, going to therapy is gonna make it gonna make the progress towards solving whatever that issue that is so much faster than trying to just deal with it yourself alone. Like therapy, or even just like being open and talking to people and getting help with it. It makes things go so much quicker. Trust. um, a lot of my secondary school years, because of her depression and anxiety and other things I was dealing with, um, there's this feeling of like lost time specifically then. Um, to some degree, I don't believe that because when I think about like life and things, everything has like an effect that carries forward. And if you change some small things about your life in the past, that could make, the future something completely different. And you wouldn't be who you are if you changed those things. I mean, maybe a better version of you would be here, but like I prefer the idea that, you are here and you can continue moving forward, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that sounds cheesy. But yeah. So so obviously during that time period, I I mean I like it's not like I figured everything out myself. I didn't do that. I don't know why that's what I'm coming across. Gosh. I used the internet. No, not in that way. I used I watched a lot of videos from like certain YouTubers that are like more focused around mental health and like growth and that. So Dr. K, the Healthy Gamer, if any of you have ever heard of them, probably not. But he is a really cool YouTuber who does lots of like long videos talking about certain like subjects and mental health things. And it was through those videos that I started like working on myself, and it's through like those videos being kind of like the footing, like the groundwork, the foundation for me to move off of. That I'm like here today with this level of mental health positiveness. I don't know. Like my mental health has progressed upwards to this point because like that was a foundation at that time in my life, and it promoted lots of positive changes that took their time, of course, like everything. Like I started watching those videos back in year 10, I think. And then it was like the year 11 into A levels that a lot of like personal mental health growth happened. And then last year a lot of personal. I mean, it feels like every year now is like steps, like tons of little bits of mental health progress. Which maybe that's a growth of mindset rather than just the growth itself. Because I imagine like 5 or so years ago, all these like small bits of progress in my life would have felt meaningless because it's not big enough change. Um, but being more like aware of my mind, my emotions, and the things in my life that are changing for the better, I think has made me have a great appreciation for it, which is why I can talk more positively about it, I guess. It's why I'm doing this as well. I mean, yeah, like all these different things in my life helping me, you know, work through my own issues, and get to this point where I can talk about it more openly. Or talk about it. Well, not all of it, obviously. Not as in like I can start to talk about things there that way. Um, so yeah, and it's been good. Been a lot of positive growth over the last few years. Um, and we keep that train going all the way. Because honestly, I think that's the biggest, like, it's the thing I think that a lot of people kind of forget about. But like, every bad day sucks until you realize there's X number of good days still ahead. Like, when stuff sucks and is bad, like it sucks and it's bad. But then, eventually things get better. As long as you want that, then in some way it will get better. And I guess just from like living through experience of like being extremely depressed and um like very self-loathing towards myself for several years. Like having people around you that can show you positivity for like the days to come and believing in the chance of that being possible. It, I guess it's something that's not just undervalued. Like it's a really important thing and it's a really important trait for people to have because everyone goes through hardships. Everyone has their own personal battles. And sure, if you want to look at it objectively, some are greater than others, but on like that personal level, they're all equally important. And it's because of that that everyone needs to like support each other and show each other that things can be like okay and better and stuff. It's all about that community spirit. That's lacking in certain areas of the world, but that's all. That's depressing, bigger topic stuff that I don't want to get into. um, how's I going with this? Yeah, I guess it just because of the way my mind works. And it's something that's positive because like I want to help people, and I'm really grateful to have that kind of mind that allows me to help people more effectively than I would have been able to. Um, and I feel like as I keep growing myself as a person, it's like helping other people is more possible, and I really value that. But it's hard. It's time. It's always so limited on certain things. And uni is a very time consuming thing, which makes like being around to support certain people harder. Um, especially when you have your own life to live. I mean, that's been one of the biggest things I've had to work through, especially with like A levels and my time at uni, is balancing that that life of just spending time with people and helping them and those kind of social things with the things that are important for my life and future. It's it's just hard. 'Cause I guess it's just like an internal battle because there's one part of me now which is trying to like fight for myself, and then there's this other part of me that still wants to fight for other people, and sometimes it feels like they're conflicting, which is annoying because they should be working together. um, but it's something I'm getting better at over time. And to some degree, like I feel like I've I've grown faith. I really weird word to use because it has so many religious connotations. But like I feel like my faith in people has grown, and I guess I have more like hope for people that are like struggling than I would have had a few years ago. And it's made like certain things in my life easier to like deal with and accept, and it's made other things in my life easier to work through. I mean, especially there's a lot of mental health stuff that I'm yet to talk about. Like when I said I would talk about it, I will talk about it. It's not in this video. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of those kind of things that is like all this kind of mental growth has kind of been helping me process and deal with and like move forward with my life. And that's the thing, like that's really scary, but something I'm always wanting now is I always want to keep myself moving forward and keep like pursuing the future where I'm happy. And like in certain places it feels like there'll be those kind of connections where you want to move forward and someone else just isn't there yet, or is like struggling with things and can't move forward. And while it's really hard, you sometimes have to let go so that you can move forward. And that sucks a lot, but it's important because everyone should value themselves like high. Everyone should have a good sense of like self-worth and value themselves quite highly. And like obviously in like certain situations, so yeah, like protect others and help them out and all that. All that's good and positive and good. But still looking out for yourself, you know, without being at like without that being at the detriment of other people. Um, like looking out for yourself is yeah, it's really important. And that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to focus more on myself and my direction in life and getting to that like place of contentment and happiness that like I know I can get to, that I want to get to. It's just taking it day by day with the video journal series. Um, but yeah, so there's some mental stuff for this week. Um, it's been a it's been a tiring week. Lots of bits and bobs here and there, lots of uni work and lots of volleyball as well. I mean, yeah, it's cool because I didn't think like I thought pretty much all of these like video journal collections were just going to kind of be this, just and like most of it is. But having the volleyball tournament on Sunday last week, and having that like being able to like vlog some of it was nice. And it's like I don't know, it's a nice like little break in the formula, which might keep things interesting. Here's hoping for more like that, 100%. And hey, when like this semester's done, which is about a week and a few days, and when I go back home, there'll be other things that I can do, I guess, or ways I can like do this video that isn't the same exact setting. Because obviously I won't be here in my uni accommodation. I'll be back home. So that'll be interesting. Also finding the right timing and because it's easy to do it in this uni house because like I mean it hasn't happened yet, but like my friends in my uni accommodation, they they do their own things oftentimes, and so like maybe at some point like they'll interrupt this and I'll have to just edit out some things. um, or use the pause feature. That's a good point. I could use that. Um, but like at home it's going to be harder to have that kind of dedicated set of time of uninterrupted being able to just yap without, I don't know, someone coming in, or um, should include my dog in the one when I'm back home. That'll be fun. And it'll be like a daily like dog video as well. That'll be fun. So you'll get to meet my dog in a future installment. But yeah, I should finish this one up now so I can get to sleep and so I can upload this. The last thing I will mention is I've changed the channel profile pic. I changed it to something I really quickly drew up in Paint. It's like a rough Clone Trooper helmet, Phase 1, which I thought was more fitting than, you know, Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, which has just been on there since I was a child, and I've never changed that because I was lazy or like not taking this seriously. But yeah, that part of the rebranding is done, and maybe it will change again in the future when someone who is more competent in art can draw something that's better for it. But for now, it will be my very rough little like Phase 1 clone trooper helmet. I like half of it. Um, um, I like it. It I don't know, it just feels like oddly me, I guess. So yeah, enjoy the new profile pic. But that's going to be it for this week. With the next week, it's going to be the last week of the semester of my uni stuff. So it's probably going to be a very heavy week of uni work, and there might not be as much stuff each day to talk about, other than just what uni work progress I've made. But I will hopefully be able to talk about some other things during that week. Maybe some mental, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And maybe I can bring some more footage of what I'm working on up here, without obviously breaking the rules of assessments and whatnot. But yeah, that's going to be it for Video Journal 2. Oh, 2 of them done is actually kind of crazy as well. I didn't even think about that. Oh, halfway to 1 month anniversary of this thing. Because sure, let's do monthly anniversaries. That's a great idea. Um, yeah, that's going to be it for this one though. So take care.